Hello and welcome everybody, my name is Savage and today we're going to be having a look at Solana again. We've moved down into this green box area that we were looking for, and basically we're going to see whether we think we've got a little bit more downside here or whether we think we have some upside potential from this area. Okay, but before we jump into that, I'd just like to say thank you for watching the video, and if you're enjoying the content, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and why not leave us some feedback down in the comment section below. Okay, so let's get into this. So basically we were looking for a potential target area of this 962 to the 780 zone. That was within our previous video. If you haven't had a look at it, why not jump in and have a look? But basically there's a few ways we can look at this move. So this is where the problem lies. We can count this move in a variety of ways. So we need to just be aware that there is a potential we could actually still be within this third wave if we count it slightly different. However, for the time being, this is my best interpretation, and I'm going to be using this as sort of my preferred count until we start to see anything deviating away from it. Once we complete this 5-wave move, which I don't think is completed yet, we'd be then looking to see how we react. If we don't move away and we can't manage to break that 382 to that 0.5 area, we would then be looking for potentially more downside here. Okay, so let's get into this now, the nitty-gritty bits. Within this, what I was looking at is the potential that we have. This is a wave 1 and 2 at the top here, and that we have effectively we moved down deep enough for this to be a completed 5-wave move, but the structure is not great. And the fact is, if we're looking at this as a 1-2 situation into this area here, then we would actually be looking for a bit more of a 4th wave move here, or we'd be looking for a substantial move as a 4th. And if we have a look at this, basically we can see that this move here seems to be fitting that part for the most part of it. Could argue that this is actually a completed move here. Alternatively, we could be looking at this as an A, B, and a C wave to the upside. So if this is completed, effectively what we'd want to start to see from this point here, we wouldn't want to move back above this area here at 1088. Moving back above that would make me believe we're still within this 4th wave correction. And what we'd be looking for here is the potential that maybe we have to come up again a little bit more here for if it's not completed. But if it is completed, we'd be looking for this to potentially be a 1-2 situation, where we have this as a wave 1 to the downside, and potentially this is a completed wave 2, where this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Though the structure within this doesn't look great. That's the problem here. So yeah, it is possible that this is either starting to break down from this point, and what we're looking for is a 1, 2, and then we're going to start to break down. So if this is the case, what we'd be looking at is the fact that this would have then been a wave 1 into this low point at 2, and then we're looking for that 3, 4, 5 to the downside. Like I said, if we break back above this 1080, I think it was 1088, I'm just going to actually put a marker on it for now, 1089. If we move back above this 1089, this would invalidate this potential, but we could actually start to look to break down here. Although within this move, what we would want to start to see is some impulsive action playing out here, and we'd also need to be aware that we could, like I said, we're expecting a more substantial 4th wave. So it is also possible that we look to actually come down and target out this. Maybe we're still within this 4th wave and we're not looking to break down. And what we could see is something like this, where we have this as an A, a B, and then effectively looking for that C wave low to the downside. If that does play out, a little area that we'd sort of be looking to target out as a B wave retracement would be this 855 to this 934 zone. This would be a typical zone. We could push down to this 854 area, or potentially even a little bit lower, but then it starts to as a B wave, we wouldn't really want it to go much deeper than that, unless it was going to be a flat correction. But I would be looking for something more like a complex here, or a triangle potentially, based off of the fact that we had this as a more complex wave 2. So I'd either be expecting a zigzag here, or potentially something like a triangle. We wouldn't be expecting a flat, so I wouldn't really want it to come much deeper than this 786 zone. If it did actually start to break down here though, like we said, we'd be looking for the evidence that we're within this this yellow 5-wave move, and what that would be looking at is looking to target out, I've forgotten the area now. Basically, if we just plot this out again, down into this low, up into this high. So this wave 3 would typically look to travel to this 1.618 area, which is this 728 zone. If we do actually break down into this region, we'd be looking for that 4th wave back to the upside and an additional 5th wave to the downside. So this would then lead us potentially to look to target out lower down in this range here again, and what we'd be looking at is the potential of targeting out this area here at this $7.06 to this 673. So if we do actually start to break down here, that would be a good little area that we could look to see how we react. However, we need to be aware that we can always get extension within these moves, so we need to take it based more on the actual wave formation than these fib retracement zones. So if we're looking at this move here, like we were talking about, instead of this 5-wave move to the downside, it is possible we could look to form a corrective structure to the downside here, looking to target out this zone here, and then in between this 934 to this 855, all staying above this $8 range. If this does play out and we actually do look for a little bit more downside here, maybe come to retest some of these previous where we find support over here, maybe move back down towards this 907 zone, what we could actually have is a bigger move to the upside, where this move here is all an A, a B, a C to the upside. And effectively what we'd be looking to target out here, if we had to move down towards that 0.618 zone, what we would be looking for is potentially a move up towards this 1299 at a 1-to-1, though this doesn't have to play out to the 1-to-1. It is a possibility, so we need to just bear that in mind. For as long as we manage to hold these lows of this $8, it's possible we could see this move to the upside as an ABC, or so basically this would potentially look to be a zigzag within this situation because of the structure of this move here. So that would be what I'd be looking out for. If we do manage to break to the upside, we manage to hold this zone of this $8 on this retracement, or if we actually just start to move up here, this would be the current area that we're looking for as a 1-to-1. It is also possible that this move could just move up towards this and form a double top and then actually start to break down from there. So we have a few options here, but basically I do think that we have one more leg to the downside. Only by moving back above this 1278 region would this invalidate this potential for this additional 5th wave to the downside, and it's not looking very likely. And especially at the moment, if we just jump over here and we have a look at we see the 1 hour stochastic is high, the 4 hours overbought, the 8 hour is overbought, the daily's got room, weekly's got room, but these smaller time frames have still got some potential to dump down a little bit more. So we'll just have to watch how these react and see where we go from there. Okay, we'll keep you up to date with more videos on Sol as we see more progression within these waves, and I hope you did find it useful. If you did, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and why not leave us some feedback down below. Really appreciate all the support, everyone, and I hope you have a great day. Happy New Year to everybody, and yeah, have a great day. Take care out there.